All right, folks. Hope you guys are having a pretty good day. Oh, forgot to turn on the lights here. There we go. All right. Hope you guys are having a good day. Get into it. There's not too much to talk about, even though there's a lot of stuff going on. I don't have that much commentary on it. There's one thing I wanted to briefly touch on that I think maybe has affected a lot of people because I've made content about retro games in the past and why retro games are good to play and what's so cool about retro games. And maybe we'll just plug this in a while, but we'll just grab the Genesis to retro games. So here's the thing. Oh, it's dusty. Here's the thing about the big thing that people have been talking about was this video by Carl Jobst talking about manipulation of the collectibles market in the realm of video games, where somebody sold a new in-box, still shrink-wrapped copy of Super Mario Brothers. Super Mario Brothers all by itself for $30 million. Now, Super Mario Brothers is one of the most popular games ever made. So that seems a little high considering there's probably more copies out there. But as Carl talks about in this video, we don't know how many have been graded. We don't know how many are out there. We don't know how much those have maybe sold for. We don't know who buys them. We don't really know we might know who sells them at the auction. We don't really know who buys them. And as part of this stuff that's going on, it connects to the broader collectible market, which I think will touch a lot of you guys, because a lot of people are collectors and they enjoy just collecting as a hobby, things that they like and things that they like to either use or just have, or even to play with if they're toy collectors, right? I might be a Lego collector on some level, but it's because I really like to play with the Legos with my children. Likewise, vintage video games, right? Why would I want this? I could play Sonic 3 and Knuckles on the Genesis emulator. You could get the Genesis Classics for $5 on a Steam sale, and get this game and a bunch of others for the price of this little cartridge. Well, people collect the vintage games, if they're like me, because they want to play them on original hardware. There's a utility to buying this, which is that you can play it on your original Genesis hardware, right? This is actually a Model 2 Genesis, but you get the idea. So you could play it on your original hardware. That means that it's a different experience. As far as I'm concerned, the sound emulation of the Genesis, for example, has never actually been correct. And so let me go ahead and let's go ahead and get rid of some of that spam. So for me, there's a utility to doing something like this. When it comes to buying a new in-box Gem Mint 9.8 or something by some company that is built around rating these particular things or giving them a certification, that's a collectible market where you're buying it just to have it. And actually, we've seen lots of manipulation in collectible markets in the past. In the video, Carl mentions the coin one in the 1980s, but there's been a bunch of others. There's been the comic book boom and bust that happened in the 90s. And so what happens is that there's a significant overvaluation of a particular non-fungible item. So in other words, something where there's a built-in rarity and things can't be exchanged one for another. So there's only so many mint Black Lotuses out there. I have a Gem Mint Black Lotus. There's not that many of those out there. It's not fungible. It's not exchangeable with any other Magic card, for example. There's only so many, whatever comic book you're trying to get. But what happened with the comic book boom and bust is kind of what's happening with the retro game market, which is that this used to be something where we'd go to like, garage sales and maybe find old copies of games, or I'd get them from like flea markets, or you get them, maybe from like pawn shops or something like that. You buy it for like $5-10 a pop. Oh, I like this game. Maybe I'll get it. I'll add it to my collection. And that's the way that you really collected the games, because you wanted to play them, because you liked the games, because you were a gamer, because this is something that you like to do, was to find and collect the games and play them. When that overvaluation of specific like Gem Mint, Super Mario Brothers, or whatever it is, it starts to trickle down, and people start to get this idea that their cartridge, their Super Mario Brothers cartridge, is somehow worth a whole bunch of money when there's millions upon millions of functional Super Mario Brothers cartridges out there. And really, their cartridge is worth very, very little because the utility of it hasn't changed. And so one of the ways you can tell you're in a speculative bubble is prices go up, but the utility of the item concerned hasn't changed, and the rarity hasn't magically gone down, right? So think about this in terms of like maybe land, right? So the price of land or houses can go up for a variety of reasons. People remember the housing bubble, of like 2008, which was a big financial crisis. Put a lot of people upside down in their houses, wiped out a lot of, quote, wealth on paper. Let's say that there's a disruption in food imports, right? Like there's a hurricane hits Mexico and their food production drops to zero. All of a sudden there's a change in the utility of the land that makes food, because we need to send food to Mexico. They're going to want to buy food. People here are not going to be able to buy food from Mexico. There's less food, so the demand for food goes up, which means there's a change in utility for land. Land that might not have been super profitable to farm suddenly becomes profitable to farm. Land that's already profitable to farm, the value goes up. People would buy it to farm it and get the value out of it year after year. So the utility of land can go up, and then the prices go up. That's not a bubble. Now, it could come back down, but it's not like a bubble that's going to burst and collapse down to zero, where you're going to have a massive losses, because the utility of the land changes. Likewise, if you discover oil on land, the value of that land will go up, and then that'll kind of trickle over in the other land, because if you're using one part of the land to pump oil, you're not going to use it for other uses. You're not going to build houses and things on it, which means that the other land that you may have wanted to build houses or farm on, that goes up a little bit as well. So the utility of land can change and make the price go up. The utility of vintage games hasn't changed. Like I said, the point of this is to, I want to play Sonic and Knuckles. I should put Sonic 3 in the top. I never play Sonic and Knuckles by itself. Like, who does that? But anyway, I want to play this on original hardware with the original sound and the original controllers. It shouldn't cost that much to do that, because there's millions upon millions of these cartridges. The utility is the same as it was 3 years ago. Why'd the price go up? Price go up basically because of belief. A speculative bubble. People buying things, believing that they're going to go up in value and they can sell them at a profit. And this is one of the reasons that I point out, like, the Bitcoin bubbles. There's been several Bitcoin bubbles. People don't really remember them, but I'm like, the utility of Bitcoin hasn't changed. So why is the value going up? The value is going up because people want to buy Bitcoin and then sell it at a profit. They don't really want to use the Bitcoin for financial transactions. They don't want to hold Bitcoin for any kind of reason that, like, they're going to buy things with Bitcoin. They're not buying Bitcoin so that they can then buy things on the internet with Bitcoin. They're buying Bitcoin hoping that the value will go up in US dollars and they can sell it at a profit. And so what happens is, Bitcoin went up to 50,000 and then just collapsed down to like 25,000 within a couple days, because a bunch of people saw that high number and thought the jig is up, time to sell. And so people were selling all the way down. As it lost half its value, people were selling all the way down. And what a lot of people don't realize with that big collapse is that, at 50,000, someone was still willing to sell their Bitcoins at 50,000. And it's like Stampede, the market turns around. You got to get with the Stampede. You got to get out as quickly as possible to try to preserve what's in it. And the whole point is to get suckers to buy in high. And you can you can sell high. You want to buy low and sell high. A lot of people do this with stocks. The difference between stocks and see something with Bitcoin is that stocks will often increase their utility. So this is why people talk about price to earnings ratios in stock. That's basically a qualification of like the stock is going up in value because the utility of the stock has increased. The company's gotten bigger. The company's doing new things, whatever. The utility of Bitcoin hadn't changed at all. Yet it went up to 50,000. That's how you know you're in an asset bubble. And so that's what we've got with vintage games going on right now. It's pretty obvious. For the typical person who wants to collect vintage games, you don't really care about a Gem Mint Super Mario Bros. New in box or a Gem Mint whatever game new in box, because you are mostly buying these games to have them, to enjoy them as games, to play them on original hardware, not just to have them on a shelf where people can come in and see, it encased in plastic by this like rating company that gives it like a 9.8 or something like that. That's not what most collectors are, but yet the prices go up because people buying and selling start to believe, well, maybe there's more value in vintage games. Maybe there's an increase in demand. The demand hasn't really gone up, for regular people who want to buy vintage games, who want to buy retro games. The demand hasn't really gone up. So that's how you know you're in an asset bubble. So what do you do if there's an asset bubble? Well, what a lot of people try to do is try to get in on the game. And whenever there's a bubble, in my opinion, I'm not a financial expert, but people I've known who are financial experts are like, the big mistake is to think that you're going to be the one who makes money, because you don't know when the market's going to turn around and collapse. So you buying that $30 million Super Mario Bros. Cartridge thinking that you're going to sell it for 60, you're probably the guy who bought it for 30 million and then has to hold it forever or get rid of it for 1 million as it just completely loses all of its value, or a couple $100,000 or just a few $1,000s. The thing about bubbles is they're not predictable. So if you are somebody who's collecting vintage games or retro games, it might be good to just take a break until everything collapses, and then you can go back and buy more retro games when you're done. I have no problem with emulators, right? You can, like Super Mario Bros. As an example, the utility of Super Mario Bros. Hasn't changed. You can play Super Mario Bros. On the Nintendo Switch on current hardware. You can play it on emulators on your PC or your phone. You can play it on the PlayStation Vita. You can play it on pretty much every piece of hardware that's been made over the last 20 years. It's not hard to play Super Mario Bros. And if you're somehow worried about like piracy or something, you probably already own a copy of it for the NES, So it's one of those things that it's very available for play. There's no reason why the cartridge should be at all expensive. It should only be expensive because there's obviously a limited supply and they're not making more of them. So, a couple bucks for Super Mario Bros. Because literally every Nintendo came with one. And maybe that's part of what's special about this in a box. The very first Nintendos came with, I think, was Gyromite. I think it came with Gyromite and Stack Up or something like that. Because they came with like Rob the Robot, and Super Mario Bros. Came out later. My Nintendo came with Super Mario Bros. They did have like the cheapest version of the NES, like the $89 one that came with no games. In case you're like, I don't care about Super Mario Bros. I just want the console, one controller, and then I can buy games. So anyway, that's it. Yeah, it's hard to justify dropping $80 on retro games when you're on a budget. I'm not spending. Yeah, I already have all my cartridges, but it might be tempting to look at it and be like, maybe I should sell my carts. But I'm like, I don't want to sell my carts. I want to enjoy them. I like to be able to hook up my old hardware with my son and play these games. He really enjoys them. But a lot of them we could just play on the Nintendo Switch or play an emulator on the Vita or something. So it's not a big deal. Like I said, I don't have my Genesis hooked up right now. It was in here. I remember I was going to hook it up to to my computer and actually record some sound with it. I had this idea. I was like, here's the difference between the synthesizer on the Genesis and what you get with an emulator. It's very different. Emulators do not sound of the Sega Genesis do not sound correct at all. Anyway, so that's what's up with that. That's how you know it's in a bubble. If you're a collector, just hang out and wait for the bubble to burst, and then things will go back to normal, and you'll be able to buy and sell your vintage games with normal, reasonable prices where you can collect the things you want to collect and have the games you want to have. And I look back, I'm like, I'm really glad I bought all my SNES games that I wanted, like however many years ago, because yeah, like buying Super Mario RPG, I don't even know how much that would be now. That was always like a $100 game. It never lost its value because it was pretty rare and sought after. You know, Xbox original games are pretty cheap. Xbox 360 games are cheap. PS3 games are cheap. And there's a lot of great games for those systems. For whatever reason, people aren't targeting them. I've seen PS2 games go up, PlayStation 1 games go up. And of course, I have most of my collection already established, so I don't really have to worry about that. But I went and bought a bunch of PS3 games this year because of Sony getting rid of the online service, where there's some games you just won't be able to get anymore, and there's some that are only available in physical copies, like I think White Knight Chronicles. So I got White Knight Chronicles. I still haven't played it. It's just a game I missed back in the day. So picking up a couple games for really cheap. We're talking like $8, for a game. That's really, that's like a Steam sale price, and you get a physical game that just works on the disc. Especially early Xbox 360, early PS3 games didn't require a billion download patches. They shipped, when they went gold and shipped, they were pretty much bug free. There might be a couple bugs, but there's way more playable. It's not like what it is today where, I put in the disc and it downloads everything from the disc and then downloads a 100 gigabyte patch, and the disc is just a means of copy protection. I still buy discs because I like the idea of being able to transfer ownership of something to somebody else if I want to. But, so it's cool. It's cool to buy PS3 discs. What are your general thoughts in Islam? I'm not sure what you mean there. On Islam, I guess. I don't believe it's the correct religion, so I don't have too many more thoughts beyond that. I mean, it's easy to think, Islam is based because it, promotes family and it resists outside and it's very conservative and we should be more like Islam. But that's part of their culture, You can't separate Islam from the cultures that are Islamic, and the cultures that are Islamic are not the way they are simply because of Islam. There's more to culture than just the religion. Those things are bound up together. So, any Islamic culture is going to have cultural elements that are infused with Islam, some that are different from Islam, some that are derived from Islam, some that may stand in opposition to Islam. You never know. So I think a lot of people from the West looking at the East and looking at Islam and thinking we should be more like Islam. What are you doing, baby?
My brother's trying to get in here.
Guys, I'm streaming.
Oh, baby, get out.
Baby girl, I am streaming. I'm gonna have to lock the door.
No!
I think your shoes are very pretty, but you need to go get mommy. Here, go get mommy. Here's your doctor scissors. Here, go get mommy. Here. There you go, babe. Yeah, I think it's I think it's very easy to look at the East and think, oh, well, that's the way we should do things, but I don't think it's quite that simple. And, a theological-based government under Christianity would look very different from Islam. All right, let's play some games. So anyway, that's the thing about vintage games. What I would probably do at this point is simply to just wait out the crash, because it's going to happen. There's whole equity firms trying to securitize collectibles. This is a bad idea. You don't want to get into securitized collectibles because they're non-fungible. It's a really dumb idea. I see the same thing with art, where people are like, "Hey, you should, we're selling shares in art because art has gone up this much," and it's like, you're selling shares in things which look bad, and hopefully in future generations will be completely forgotten. If we're lucky, they'll be forgotten. Okay. Thank you, guys. All right. I spent like half an hour trying to figure out how to get past this part, and the way that you get past it is to walk out of the room. This game has a bunch of little things like that where you're trying to trigger a cutscene. I'm like trying to find a secret passage here. I'm like, okay, fine. Maybe I'm forgetting something. I'm going to go out and maybe talk to some more NPCs, and then this triggers. There you go. Jojo. Krill, what's the matter? It's an illusion of X-Deaths. How do you know? Grandpa, give me strength. Polygamy is not just horrible on women, it's actually bad for men, because you got to think. Unless you have something which is disproportionately killing men versus women, there's going to be a bunch of men without wives, which is not good for like a stable civilization. It's really not. Like hordes of single men is not really good for that. I wrote a book called Prophet of the Godseed where basically one of the cultures in it is highly polygamous because half of all men are dying in war. So if half of all the men are dying, then polygamy makes sense. But if you have like reasonably even numbers of population, it's not good for stability to have one guy with 4 wives and 3 guys with no wives. You're going to end up with banditry and stuff like that. You want to civilize men by having them get married and produce children. It civilizes men. Even Galoof, Drogon, Ziza, Galoof, they're all gone now. I don't have long myself. Lord Kelka. He's like the werewolf lord. Finally going to take the big sleep. Oh, here comes Galoof's ghost. Is that you, Galoof? Krill and the others. Galoof, I understand. Everyone, lend me your power. Lord Kelka! I'm going to destroy X-Death's illusion. With my last bit of strength, I'll get you all into X-Death's castle. Lord Kelka! Yeah, Canada's healthcare. It's like, yeah, it'd be nice to not have to pay outrageous sums for insurance, but then you get high taxes and questionable care. There's a flip side to that. Everyone's power. Whoa, look at this. This is like hellish. Whoa. This is like I'm walking into hell here. I realized I had the whole thing on turbo speed. Uh-oh. Let's see what we got here. Let's see what we got here. These guys are pretty strong. I think Krill's got some good sprites here. Let's double summon here. Let's start wrecking some stuff here. Let's see Double Titan. Oh, see, the dragon's flying, so he doesn't take any of the earth damage. That's interesting. Arrow 3, wow. Okay. Oh. Marina gained a level. Right in fantasy isekai where teleported heroes are killed on sight unless they start creating a harem and ruin society. Yeah, that would be funny. Yeah, the 16-bit graphics are great. Definitely, I guess it's underrated what you can do with 16-bit graphics. I'm working on an essay, and I'll make it into a video too. That is basically graphics matter, and one of the reasons that we have certain games is because people push the envelope with graphics all the time in every generation. You know, it's really important that we recognize that even though graphics do not automatically make a game good, they make certain games possible. Like, you wouldn't have Skyrim. Like, people love Skyrim. You just wouldn't have Skyrim if you hadn't had literally generations of game consoles focusing on trying to improve graphics and improve 3D graphics in particular. Oh, Operation Pineapple Express. I've heard about this, but I haven't looked into it because I don't spend a lot of time on the internet right now. That's not true, but I mean, I don't spend enough time to do the news. I've been like having a lot of my time sucked up by other stuff. That's good though. It's like people are like, we need to rescue people. It's like we're not gonna wait for the government to do it. We're just gonna do it ourselves. It's kind of like what Ross Perot did. Ross Perot actually executed the biggest jailbreak in the history of the world. A lot of people don't realize this. You know. They don't like really remember what he did, but yeah, he organized one of the biggest jailbreaks ever. Let's see where we go here. Oh, we go down here. Okay. I think it was in Iran. He had a couple of his executives get in prison, and he hired like a bunch of, like ex-Navy SEALs and stuff to go and break him out of prison, and so they just broke everyone out of prison, I think. Krill still hits really hard. Just Reflect Wizard. Unfortunately, JoJo doesn't hit hard because he's also a hunter right now, and I don't have good weapons for him, so I may take him off of hunter. I was just trying to maybe get his job levels up here. Try to get him rapid fire by the end of the game. Yeah, high fidelity games also suck because they lose boundaries, right? And there's also a mistake. People don't understand the difference between, I shouldn't say people, like developers often mistake fidelity and aesthetics. So they think high fidelity photorealistic graphics are good, but if they're only depicting something which is mundane, the game is boring. So if you walk out into a tumbled brown landscape of waving brown grasses, that's literally outside my door. I don't need to play a game that does that. This was like a complaint of mine with Final Fantasy 15, was the first couple hours of the game, I'm adventuring around Baker, California. Ooh, I've been to Baker so many times and I've driven through it. There's nothing to do there. It is a boring wasteland. And they're like, man, this is a high fidelity version of Baker, California. I'm like, Baker, California is very boring to me. This is a very slightly fantasized version of Baker. It's dumb. I'm going to go back and play something that actually is visually interesting because it's fantastical. Let's change this job. I don't know what to make him. Let's make him a blue mage again, at least for a little while. Where is it? Where's Blue Mage? Oh, here it is. Make him a Blue Mage again just for a little while, so he can have some blue magic. Do 2 swords. And yeah, he's got some good equipment. Alright. What do you think about a lot of Arabian Nights, Sinbad type movies are set in Islamic countries yet portray women wearing outfits that don't adhere to Muslim modesty rules? Yeah, I think that's Orientalism, which I think it's just a legacy of Orientalism. Like if you have ever seen or listened to The Magic Flute by Mozart, that's kind of the feeling that you get, is people in Europe viewed these foreigners as having like looser morals, let's say, than the Europeans, and that's what made them interesting. I mean, that was certainly what a lot of, like, the export of, say, Japanese culture was like. You know, they believed all these lurid things about Japanese people because it was more interesting than their more Puritan, and I shouldn't say Puritan, but, you know, their more conservative society. They didn't realize that Japanese society was also conservative, but maybe just in slightly different ways. People tend to view other cultures as being more permissive than their own in general, I think, rather than being significantly less permissive, at least until they know a lot about them. Ice 2. I'm not sure what this guy's gonna do. Level 2 old. Old on level... Oh. We could have learned that spell. Ice 3 on himself. There we go. Oh yeah, the pipeline for realistic asset creation is just less expensive. I've heard this as well. That's a good point. Yeah, style requires imagination and creativity. You have to hire an artist to do art. Whereas you can just hire a technician to make a table which looks like a table, you know, rather than a fantastical version of a table. It's why I had this in the essay, like, Final Fantasy XII was more interesting than Final Fantasy XV because it was, even though it was way lower fidelity, it was much more fun to look at. Some tonics here. Save some of our MP. No, wait, I just came here. Here we go. This is where we are now. Whoa, secret passage. Oops. Huh. 6th floor. Oh, I think I need to make one of my guys a... yeah, if we have lava floors, is there anything down here to look at? No. Just more encounters. Alright. Look at this guy. It's like from a Miyazaki movie here. Actually, let's just punch it. What are your thoughts on Treasure Island? I like the book. I haven't read it in a long time. And usually there's a lot of good adaptations out there. There's the Muppet Treasure Island. There's Treasure Planet, Disney's Treasure Planet, which I think is actually quite a good movie. Quite beautiful to look at. Oh, she's gonna kill my blue mage. Poor guy. I'm kind of sick of indie pixel games. I mean, it was a thing that, yeah, there's a lot of asset libraries. You could have very good graphics. I think it was a thing. We all really liked it about 10 years ago, when it was like pretty fresh, and you know. It was just something different, and it was doable by indie studios, so like a couple people could reasonably do pixel graphics. But you could even do high-quality 2D graphics that aren't pixel graphics. You can do really high quality 2D, like say Dust and Elysian Tail, that kind of quality. Those aren't pixel graphics, but they are 2D. And they look pretty good, so you can always do that. You know, that's always an option. Alright, I think we silenced it. Yeah, I got a Coke here. There we go. Yeah, Blue Mage does look like a superhero. Now, you can do Blue Mage in Final Fantasy XIV, which I haven't really gotten into. But yeah, you can apparently learn spells and stuff from monsters. But I don't think you can use Blue Mage in... There's like some content you can't actually bring a Blue Mage to. Alright. I can't go into the lava yet, but... I'm going to have to make one of my guys a Geomancer at some point here. What's that called? Black Warlock and Hypnot. See, I don't have any blue magic yet. So I can't learn any spells. Yeah, I'm almost out of MP. I'm gonna have to use some ethers. I bought some though, so it's all good. I think I have the half MP item on her still. I do not remember the 1990 version, but I saw it in theaters, I think. I think I remember it in theaters. Oh, I realize I have double sound going on. There we go. That's gonna be better. Oh, thank you for the super chat. Batman Forever for Sega was a criminally underrated game. I don't remember it. I think I rented it once. Was it a beat 'em up? Oh no, that was Batman Returns, and that was for the SNES. I don't remember Batman Forever for the Genesis. I'm using either. Or some MP. Or some MP. There we go. We'll do Titan and Ifrit. Just have to chug ethers until we get to there's a spot where we could save, I think. There's bound to be one. I'll go back and probably find the ROM, Batman Forever. See, back in the 90s, we played so many games because we would just rent them. Like, renting games is something that we lost. Like, it just disappeared. You know, you don't really rent games anymore. Maybe, I think the game industry maybe likes it like that, but maybe the equivalent of renting is like waiting for a Steam sale. I don't know. Or having like a sub-service like, whatever that, I don't remember what the Xbox one is. Or like PlayStation Now, where like you can download, you have a big library of games, and as long as you have the sub-service, you can download them. And maybe we could change this guy to, really want, no, I don't think you can learn, There's no point in doing Geomancer. Like, you don't get much from Geomancer. So yeah, he can be a Geomancer. We'll make him Geomancer. Actually, for this. That makes sense. Now we could actually do, like, learning. And we can keep learning blue magic. Or we could do 2 swords. Let's see if we can dual wield. Monster Bell. What's our attack? Probably pretty low. Probably never going to use those, so why don't we actually... Let's change that. Let's put on learning. We might learn some blue magic because we're just going to spam... We're just going to spam his earth magic every time anyway. Alright. Actually, let's let me check out some of these items. Unfortunately, you have to go in the menus to look at some items to see like what they actually do here. So like the gold helmet, you know, double lance, silver glasses. Sorry. We got bad fires here, so my allergies are like pretty out of control. Sorry for blowing my nose. It's considered offensive in some cultures to blow your nose in public. I think Japan's one of them. So like, if you're on the subway and you blow your nose, people will get all offended. Oh. You use half MP in battle. That's the one we want. So the hair ornament is what we want. And we can look for the one at the coronet. Coronet might do the same thing, in which case we'll put it on the red mage. Raise control attacks. Oh, I think that's for Beastmasters or whatever. Whatever. Okay, good. I had the wrong item on. That's why my MP is being completely torched here. Yeah, I live in California. It's wildfire season. Which is only a thing that's really happened over the last couple years, to be honest. It didn't used to be this bad, but I think just it's a weird symptom of general mismanagement of the state's resources, that there's just constant wildfires that no one can control that pollute the air. I have to go outside with a mask on, not because of coronavirus, but because of the fires. I forgot to take in any histamine, so I may have to go. I'll do that after this stream is done. Oh, there's a secret here. Where's the secret? I generally run away from back attacks. It's not worth doing. To find the... I know there's a secret passage here. That's cool. Okay. Wind slash. You think they purposely mismanaged? No, I think it's simply incompetence. I don't believe it's purposeful. I believe it's simply incompetence. I got an elixir. Question is, how do we get that chest? So now we can summon Titan for way less. It's gonna make us way more mana efficient, especially like double summons. You know, I got a lot of cheap SNES games like from Blockbuster as they sold the old games. Picked up a lot of good games because they would, you know, they would get rid of their rental stock and you could buy them for like 12 bucks a piece. And back then that was a really good price for Super Nintendo games. Oh no, Krill died. Or is it Kryl? I think it's Kryl. And I think I only know that because there's a character called Kryl in Final Fantasy XIV and they have voiceover. He blasted himself. So I got my first PS1 game, Battle Hunter, as a kid. Local shop sold it for 10 bucks because they couldn't rent it out to save their lives. Maybe the secret passage is over here. Let's try over here. Ifrit and Remora? Ah, come on. Ifrit and Self. Why not? And someone's gonna have to give her some more mana. What do you think of Arnold Schwarzenegger's Screw Your Freedom statement? I already talked about it. He's more like the Austrian painter than the Austrian oak. Am I right? It's a joke, I know I'm right. More ethers. I'm pretty sure there's like a save spot here, like pretty soon. Just, oh, you know what? We go into the lava, that's how we do it. Do Ramu twice. Moo. I'm recognizing some of the voices in Final Fantasy XIV from like voiceovers in Final Fantasy XII, and I like that. It's actually something I really like. I should stream Final Fantasy XIV more often, but I think I'm going to do some like... I got a PS5, so I'm probably going to do PS5 streams this week if I can get around to it. Might do one with my son or something sometime. A Gale Bow. Ooh, that sounds cool. I still don't think it's as good as dual-wielding Knife Hunter. I did know that, yeah, I knew that Arnold Schwarzenegger's father was a Nazi soldier. A lot of people knew that, but that goes for anyone that was that age. You know what I mean? Like, it's not... It's not like it... It'd be like, did you know that, like, so-and-so's grandfather was a Nazi soldier? Every German or Austrian, like, at the time was. You know, it'd be like, did you know that my grandfather was a soldier in World War II for the United States Army? Like, oh, well, everyone was. Not everyone, but, you know, for everyone of fit body was. Let's just put it that way. You know, everyone who was able to fight was going to be fighting for their country. It's so hard to believe. Ah, man. I'm not keeping up with the healing. It's unfortunate how, like, random some of those effects are. Let's just get these guys down. Let's try Shote. And then we'll try... we'll try Ifrit. See what Shote does. I don't know what that does. Oh my gosh. Am I really... Okay. Let's run away real quick. Die to that encounter. Yeah, everyone was in the German army. Like, that's not... Like, it's... This is, like, the weirdest thing to try to, you know, say somebody's guilty because of their father. It's like, your father or grandfather was a German soldier in World War II. It's like, that was every fit male. You know, you fought for your country. It's like, that's basically condemning every single person alive to being a horrible person because you say that some political leader was a horrible person. It's ridiculous. It's like saying Jews are bad for their conquest of Canaan in like 1100 BC. You know, you're descended from people who may possibly have done things that I don't like. Alright, I think there's... I'm gonna create a save state. I think there might be... I got a feeling there's like a boss coming up here. I'll overwrite that state. Yeah, there's no Nazi soldier. It's German soldier, specifically Nazis post-war German cope. No one was calling them Nazis in the war. They were just Germans, yeah. The Nazi party was in control of the German state. That's a good point. Actually, I want to secure. Let's see if there's like a safe spot up here. Oh. Oh, I see. We step on the skull and then if we time it right, we get... Oh, I see. Blaster. All right. I've heard that Schwarzenegger couldn't stand his father and refused to go to his funeral. Schwarzenegger was also in the Austrian military and went AWOL to win a bodybuilding show. Oh, a demon! Awesome. A harpy is what this guy's called. Uh-oh. I don't know. I think it made them all go berserk. Yeah, they're all berserking now. Oh, I learned some magic finally. Or maybe I learned maybe that's a bard song. Nope, it's a blue magic. My first blue magic spell. I think what you can say about Arnold Schwarzenegger is really that another demon, great. Like, you can't spend time around evil and maintain your any kind of goodness. And so he spent 50 years in Hollywood, and so he really hasn't avoided evil. Sword dance. There you go. Bye-bye. Yeah, Nazi's a slur. They lost the war, so everyone uses it as a slur now instead of National Socialist. There's also like Varg's essay, Nazi Ghosts, which I recommend people read. Which is basically that people are so afraid of the rhetoric surrounding National Socialism, they can't be honest about anything else. Like, honesty is impossible. Kotetsu. I think that's good for ninjas. What do you think's the worst status effect in the game that shouldn't be in the game at all since it's more annoying than anything else? Probably Charm or Confuse, but it makes you switch sides, and so the only way to break it is to use a turn to dispel it or to just hit the person and do damage to them, or then they can, like, it, especially if it's a really powerful character. So if you have like a double lance dual wielding ninja and he gets mind controlled, he'll one shot any of your characters because he does like 5,000 damage a turn. So that's pretty annoying. And the only way to break it is to like smack him with another character that does a lot of damage. You know what? You have to or try to slap him with your weakest character is probably the best option. Alright, that's good enough. Right? There's no invisible. Make sure there's no secret passages here. Now, Charm is pretty annoying. It's a pretty annoying status effect, I gotta say. Earth! Wind Slash. That's pretty good. I won't waste any mana on this guy. Gotta go. Have a good one. Have a good one, Bricht. Whoa. Yeah, he was freedom loving in the 70s and 80s. But I mean, he spent 50 years in Hollywood and like 10 years in government or 8 years in government. So, of course, you can't spend a bunch of time around evil and not think that you're going to become evil. That's basically what happens. It's like it perverts you and perverts your values and perverts everything about you to where you're just you're just another socialist, another authoritarian socialist. He also married a Kennedy. Yeah, I mean, you're spending time around evil. That's what this is. First strike. Good. That's good. These guys look like they're from Morrowind. I'm just going to say it. They look Morrowindish. Summon Titan. Yes, sword dance. Yeah, you spend your entire life around people that are wicked. You know, it's gonna have it's gonna pervert you. I feel like that's kind of a message in The Godfather. Is you can't mess around with evil. Michael goes from a fairly noble character. His father wanted him to be a good character. Oh, there it was. Down to, you know, the Don, like the most evil character. I think it's interesting. Use a cottage. Yeah, Jared's right. If you hang around evil, it's going to rub off on you. You know, it's like if you... I noticed this as a musician. You know, I spent so much time around musicians. It starts to kind of pull your thinking in that direction. And especially people who have, like, very liberal views of, like, drugs or sex or things like that. You're going to start to identify with that perspective. And you have to be pretty... I don't know what the word is. You have to be pretty... like resilient and set in your ways to resist that very well. Yeah, old media hated Ron Paul. It's only when you could do an end run around the corporate control. I saw New York Mag was trying to publish something that's like, you know, Republicans... The media just was on their side or something. It was like, this is the dumbest thing I've ever heard in my life. And it's like, Biden's getting criticized because the media is fair and independent, but at the same time, it was also completely for the Republicans, and that's why Trump was... the media loved Trump. It's like, what are you talking about? Like, you're obviously lying. You're either lying or retarded at that point. Both bad. What am I going to do here? Let's do Titan. And why not? We'll do Ifrit. Yeah, do recovery tours. I know what you're saying. Yeah, this New York Mag article was like this self-affirmation. We're independent, we're forward-thinking, and doggone it, Orange Man bad. Old Spanish saying, Dime con quien Andasi te dire quien eres. Tell me with whom you are. Tell me with whom you are, and I will tell you who you are. That's a good one. I dig that. Or the old Greek one. Birds of a feather flock together. So the farmer went out to catch cranes in the morning, and he caught a bunch of cranes in a net that were trying to eat his crops in his field, and among them was a stork, and the stork said, "Wait, don't kill me, I'm not a crane." And the farmer said, "Birds of a feather flock together." Yeah, I feel like Biden is the Junior Soprano of the Democrat Party. It's kind of how I felt all along. And the question is whether they will, in that he's a figurehead, he thinks he's in charge, but not really, and he's really just set up to take a fall. And he's just there to distract people from, the real business. I'm congested today. I apologize for that. I forgot to take a antihistamine too. I try to not take antihistamines all the time unless I need them, but clearly I need them today. So they're there in case you need them. Go take an Allegra or something. I was up till 5 in the morning or something with my daughter. I was getting ready for bed pretty late last night, almost 2. And then my wife texted me that my daughter's awake, so I hung out with her. And my wife. My wife couldn't seem to get back to sleep, so. Should have known the media was bad after Watergate. Yeah. Should have known it was bad after a lot of things. It's not really new stuff, at this point. Whoa, look at this yellow dragon. These guys are pretty powerful here. Oh, that hit him hard. Wow. I don't think I have wind magic here, but is any of these wind? Try shout. Alright. I don't think the Demon Eye really does anything. Hopefully that doesn't kill anybody. Ah! Just need to be more on top of healing, I guess. Oh, that killed him. 6 ability points. Nice. I should just blast mana. I can always go back and use tints or whatever. I think that's what I'm gonna do. Let's just go back and save again after I get this. $9,900 gold pieces. King Gamora. King Ghidorah. Ouch. I'm definitely gonna have to make him not a Geomancer here. Sonic Boom hits him pretty hard though. So. Screw it. Titan, Titan. Hopefully this doesn't heal him. All right. Let's go back in and we will. Nope, she's dead. Let's do double Titan again. Actually, I think if we use a cottage here, it'll just res us. Let's find out. Alright, there we go. "26-page series. 26-book series with every book containing 1,000 pages. And still do Cure 2. Find hole. Is that really what it was? Yeah. Find hole. Can find trapdoors. That's good. Do you happen to know anything about killing mold caused by leaking air conditioner? No. I mean, the things which killed mold should kill them anyway? I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. Oh boy, we're gonna die here. Oh, it doesn't do any damage to the blue dragon. Oh yeah, we're dead. Let's do something that we can hit him twice with. Oh, no, no, I did the wrong one. I did Titan. I meant to do Ifrit. Dang it. Not doing that much damage. I think we're out of this one. Yep, that's it. I mean, you can kill it with bleach. This morning I finished the anime Terraformars. Anybody familiar with it? Some people recommend the manga in their second season. I haven't seen either one. Oh, I started a new game. Hold on. I have to quit the game. Well, that's stupid. That's stupid. Oh my gosh. I clicked the wrong game because of lag. Oh boy. Sorry. It's like we're gonna have to sit through like a 20-minute cutscene to quit the game and start again. Go through all of these PS1 and PSP games. There we go. This time I won't start a new game. Can't hear it now for some reason. Don't know why. Whatever. There we go. There we go. Good to see you, Brian. Alright, we'll try this again. Probably gonna take... When we get closer to the door, I'll just... Because it might be good to get that little ability for Geomancer. Let's go ahead and switch him to something we can get through. We could do Dragoon, you know, but like jump is not good. Like Dragoons are just not very good. I'm tempted to just do Ninja again because they're amazing. I mean, we'll do Dragoon just because. Do two swords here, and then should be able to equip. Oh, you know what? We can't equip the double lance, so which is dumb. Like you can't equip the double lance as a lancer. We'll do. Let me do Earth. I don't know what to do here. I guess learning. Here we go. Oh! I thought that was like a guaranteed encounter there. I guess not. Oh, now we gotta go back to Geomancer to get over the llama. Well, that's interesting. That wasn't a guaranteed encounter. I thought it was. Because it was so crazy. Where's Geomancer? You're in there somewhere. Oh, there he is. He's down there. This little, like, ice climber outfit. You get to check out that Dark Deity trailer I sent you. Yeah. Yeah, it could be cool. I like tactics RPGs a lot, so... yeah, hopefully it'll be cool. Alright. Now we should be able to walk over the lava without any problems. Got these Morrowind elves here. Received find hole. Okay, so that's where we're trying to go, I guess. Whoa. I thought I had find hole. Bye. Bye, dragons. Ah, see these skulls. Oh, he reflected the silence magic back. Crowd gained a level. Okay, good. She's not still silenced, it looks like. A double lance! Well, I already have 4 of those. So that's good. Now I can go up this way, I think. Oh, I can't. Wow. Oh, I remember that when you double it, the effects only happen after the turn, which is really dumb. So he's just gonna die again. Or we're all gonna die. Alright, that works. Okay, guys, I think I'm running out of time here, so I'm probably gonna call it. We could try this again. We'll try it one more time. Keep Geomancer on, but like I may need to get rid of Hunter. Like Hunter's just not good enough to do this dungeon. Like, I really want to get rapid fire. But I feel like Hunter's just not good enough. I just can't put out the damage that I need to put out. But I don't know. We'll try to keep it up here. Here comes one of these big. I could probably get this guy. Whoa. Yeah, we'll do double Titan. Whoop. Oh, well then. Jojo Gainer got received find hole. Oh. Mr. Medicare's back. That's good. Alright, we'll go down into the lava. So I need secret passages here. I think we gotta go up here. Got the double lance. Oh, it takes us there. I'll join you, but before I do, let's see what you got. Uh-oh. It's a summon. Carbuncle. Gust does nothing. Alright. He's an ice guy, so let's try Titan. No, yeah, we'll try Titan and Ifrit and see what happens here. Alright, so this guy maybe doesn't take any magic damage at all. Does he take physical damage? No. How do I beat this guy? Wow, this is interesting. I guess I can hit him there. See if that actually silenced him or not. Ah, we silenced him. Okay, that's good. That's good. So I don't know what I'm doing here. We have like very low physical damage with this setup right now, so it's pretty. Pretty weak, but it looks like he only does magic attacks. We might be okay. Sword dance, yeah. I don't think I have Asuna. I don't think I have enough white magic to do Asuna, which is too bad. Okay. Well, let's try to silence again. Oh, it reflected back onto her. That's interesting. Yeah, I think we're gonna lose this fight, but that's okay. cured himself. God dang it. Uh-oh. Do I have Asuna here? I don't think I do. Oh my gosh. Item. She's dead. See, Charm is like the worst. Alright, yeah, that's it. See, yeah, Charm's definitely the worst by far. Yeah, we're done here. I don't know, we'll keep trying it. Mr. Medicure was originally the internet aristocrat, I think. And then that went away. Oh, Gus did some damage there. If only I could get her to just do sword dance. Uh-oh, Doom. Alright, so now he's immune to magic right now. Okay. That is really annoying. Keeps doing that stupid jitterbug every single time that does nothing. No! Just keep doing dances that do nothing. There we go. Ah! Oh, it worked. It worked. He's level 1. I mean, we're almost got him down. Weak versus water and wind. Okay. And earth. Okay. And holy. And poison. And bolt. Nice. Why am I doing 0 damage then? Confused. Well, let's try Titan. See if that does any damage right now. Since he's weak against. There we go. I think we almost got him. I think I'm gonna somehow beat this boss. Yeah. There we go. Alright, we got the summon monster Carbuncle. Pretty sweet. Let me see if it's... Sometimes it's an item, and you have to use it. No, I think we just have it. Nope, there he is. 45 MP, no joke there. Alright. I have all these songs, but... Alright. I think we're good. I think it like refilled our health and everything too. It's just a simple weather. I just want to report on the weather. Susan. I'm going to save this state. So I don't have to go back and do all that again. Carbuncle is no more. Man, I can't believe I like survived that. Where do I go from now though? From here though. There we go. That works. Look at these A-Rage guys. It's 23. We'll do Double Titan. Jim, they call him. Sometimes playing Jim, or the Internet Aristocrat, or Daddy, or Mr. Anti-Bully, or the Weatherman, but mostly Jim. Oh, they killed themselves. Alright. Krile gained a level. $8,000 gold. There is another world after this level, I think. I'm not sure where I go from here. Go back up here, I guess. Oh no, 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 not Charm. Alright. Luckily monsters are stupid and they hit the charmed person. Let's see what Carbuncle does. Oh, it does something for us. Well, I don't want to waste that. Let's do double Ifrit. Jojo gained a level. Gamergate. The ride never ends. Now we have to find the skull among these skulls that will bring that back. Okay. You have the find hole option. There it is. Alright, gain some levels here. Glad I have 99 potions. Alright. I wasted those potions, didn't I? Item. I think a tent will probably do it. Let me see. We better use a cottage. I'm not like short on money or anything, so. Save. Gotta remember to save. I've made this mistake before on stream, where I just keep playing like it's a modern game that autosaves. Alright. Okay. 11th floor. Now I think there's maybe some secret passages here. Oh boy. Let's take care of these guys really quickly. Find what I'm looking for here. Ouch. Did she kill herself? No. Okay, there's a... yeah, okay. Sorry, new texts. If you get Tales of Arise, are you going to stream any of it? Yeah, hell yeah. I might get it. Why not? It looks like fun. I think that voice acting is kind of cringy. But... whatever. We put it on Japanese. And then I could do better voice acting for you. A partisan and a magic shuriken. So I guess we could finally do Dragoon. Run away, run away, run away, run away. Run, run, run away, run away. Hear how Overwatch is changing McGree's name since it shares the name of one of the Fire devs? Obviously this is stupid, but we could talk about this being Soviet level of erasing people. Oh yeah. Yeah, for sure. Ocean. There's these tonics. Actually, let's change jobs. I think there's a boss coming up here, so we'll do Ninja Master. Okay. Or actually, let's do, because we already have this one mastered. We can maybe do... we could do Thief. Ninja's gonna hit pretty hard. But let's do Thief. And we can do 2 swords. There we go. I think this boss has a good item. I looked up me on Amazon, chemistry of essential oils popped up. I'm guessing it's not you. Nope. There's also, I mean, there's gonna be other stuff in there too. Alright. Let's do a little save here. Do a little save. Empty. Okay. Oh! There was a guy there. Gilgamesh! Maha, looking for something? I made him mini, okay. Bam. Yeah, I don't know anything about essential oils. Well. Maiden's Kiss here. Maiden's Kiss! Alright. And here we go. This guy with double Titan. I'm listening to this while doing dishes and my girls are playing in the living room. It really does feel like hanging out with friends. Thanks for the stream. You're welcome. My son's had a lot of fun playing the Sackboy game, by the way. I got that for the PS5. It's basically Super Mario 3D World, but Little Big Planet. It's the best way I can describe it. So therefore, it's a lot of fun, especially for kids, because there's a lot of weird little things to discover. Like, good collectibles, but it's not, like, crazy on the collectible stuff. So, now I fight you for the 4th time. It feels good. I know one's gonna die here. And then we'll do Titan. Yeah, Farrah's about to die here. I can't remember Medicare saying how dangerous COVID was. Yeah, it was all on BitChute, not on YouTube. It was XDeath. I see. At some point we should probably get Minnie off of my summoner here, but whatever. Gilgamesh is susceptible to slow. It's like 5 more turns when he starts talking. I think XDeath actually finishes him off. Enough play! Now we fight in earnest! Morph! Gilgamesh morph! I think he's asleep. Let's do, I think I have a... What's gonna wake him up? I guess I could slap him or something. Is there anything that's... Maybe this will wake him up. Yeah. All right. That's a cool sprite, though. Let me tell you. Let's just fight him. I think you could steal again. Yes, Genji helmet. That's what we wanted. All right, now we can just kill him. An invincible sword. Gilgamesh. Gilgamesh. He counted the official death toll until they retreated. He insisted it's a deadly virus. It is. I mean, it could have been more deadly in China than it was here. You know, viruses change and they actually get less deadly and more virulent over time. You know, there was a lot of weird things that happened with coronavirus, like a bunch of phones turned off in China, which was like, did a million people die and like the Chinese government covered it up? Anything but that. Silence. Whoa. Thrown into the end zone. Yeah. Yes! The new PS5 controller, I like it. I like the DualShock 4 though. Excalibur. Not Excalibur. You know, like I think each variant, you know, the Indian variant, I think each of these get less, you know, less deadly as time goes on and as people have been exposed and things like that. You know, like I get, my weather app gives me a dumb little update on this. So it's like 10,000 new cases and 3 new deaths. Like that's where we're at. It's like 0.0. And you have to think about it. Actually, I'll look it up on my weather app right now. As I remember one, there was like, it was 10,000 new cases and 0 deaths. I was like, what? Let's see here. 13,000 new cases. We're in a surge right now. So 13,785 new cases and 101 new deaths. So if you do the math on that, that's pretty low. But you have to consider that there's going to be some much larger number of people who had the virus who did not get tested and not show up in the data. They didn't die, obviously. They are fine. So they got the virus and didn't get it bad enough to ever get tested or go to the hospital. So it's got, you know, less than a 1% death rate of people who got tested or went to the hospital. So it's definitely less deadly than it was probably last year. And it probably because it's now moving out into the groups of people who are, you know, at lower risk and therefore are just not going to die from it at all. All right. Let's see what we're getting into right here. It's one of those funny things. All right, I think we get to fight X-Death now. Alright, let's see here. Let me take a look at my magic. So I think this guy uses a lot of magic. Let's take a look at the magic we have. Cure 3 we can't use for some reason. I think because we're a red mage, not a white mage. Do we have Holy? I don't think I have Holy. Or Flare. So I don't have those yet. It's alright. We'll stick with this, and we'll probably just kill him really easy here. I'm going to use an Ether on my summoner here. Just to make sure I have enough mana to really pull this off. The thing about 2020 having less deaths is you have to consider that there was a big lockdown which reduced the morbidity of other things. So if people are not on the roads, they're not dying in car accidents, things like that. You know, when people's behavior changes in ways that reduce all risks, then there's going to be less of those other deaths as well. And then, of course, you know, you'll never get away with this. Anyway, I'll make this point real quick. Like, the things you do to try to stop yourself getting coronavirus, and everybody's doing, also, like, really reduce the flu. So, or things like that, which also kill people. So, less people die in one area and more people die in another, and it all kind of evens out. This is the problem, actually, with vaccines, is that distribution matters. So, with vaccines, yes, you are maybe reducing the death in these high-risk groups, these old people, but you're increasing death in lower-risk groups. You're basically shifting the deaths. And there's very low chance of having any, of dying of a vaccine, but the people who are dying of the vaccines aren't 90, they're like 40. Well, those people were going to die of coronavirus anyway. So you have to think about where the distribution is being altered by the things we're doing. It's a little bit different than just tracking deaths. Saw a guy in a video that said his blood oxygen level got down to 64%. That'd be like dead. My blood oxygen level was 95%. Like 96%. Normally it's 100% or 99%. So slightly lower than normal. I never got below 90% ever. 64% is really low. That's like dangerously low. Have you any idea of just what it is I'm planning on getting away with? No, what? I'm trying to return the world to its original state. A world of evil, you mean? No. I could see you wouldn't understand even if I explained. But you will not delay me any further. Well, the Spanish flu was actually much more deadly. It was authentically deadly. All right. Uh-oh. That's bad. Let's see if we could switch positions here, or maybe he'll do that little thing again. Let's do Carbuncle and Golem. Reflect. Yeah, we're doing like very low damage here. Earthshaker. Oh, no, he doesn't have Reflect on. That's right. Let's try trying to It's alright. We can always lose this fight. You know, that's always a possibility. Unfortunately, we got that, like, the pull magic going on here. Just pretty weak. Let's go item, potion. We're gonna potion up. Let's potion summoner. Oh, dead. Zombie breath. Oh, our reflect dropped. Oh my gosh, just as he did that. Well, hell. Buckle and... Ferris turned into a zombie. That's great. I think we're gonna lose this, but it's alright. We'll try again. Maybe try again next time. Because I'm out of time for the day. Yeah. Holy water. Oh, the level 3 flare bounced off and hit him. Alright, that brought her back. You'll die in 30 seconds. Oh no, what was I doing here? Actually, we can do double raise here, can't we? That'll work. Alright, she died. We'll do, Carbuncle, put Reflect up, and then we'll do... We'll raise. And then she'll die and we'll just raise her. So that'll work out. A big reason why dissidents don't achieve much is because the Indians are always sniping at the chiefs. That's true. Oh, this is gonna kill us, because I think this goes through, yeah. Magically survived. Nope, that's it. Alright, we'll try this again next time. So I am out of time, I gotta get going. Gotta do some grocery shopping. Wiped out. It's alright, we'll kill X-Death next time. It will be okay. Okay. All right, guys. Thanks so much. Let me see if there's anything else that's going on here. Let's see here. Yeah, I mean the current book is on Kindle Vela, so a lot of you guys can't read it. I'll go ahead and link it again, just in case anybody is using Kindle Vela or wants to. You can read Bright Children. That's my newest fantasy book. Had a lot of fun writing it. It was cool to try out Kindle Vela. For the most part, it looks like kind of a dud. So anyway, I might move into a regular book format at some point when I write the sequels. So we'll see how that is. Thank you, Brian. I appreciate that. So I appreciate the super chat. I don't know if there's too much else to talk about. There's Pulp Rock, which I'm going to try to contribute a story to, if I can find time to write it. I outlined a really, really good one. The question is if it's too long at this point. So that's really the, that's, nope, that's not it. Where's the Indiegogo? I'll just link the Indiegogo. Here it is. Okay, so we'll link that. I should have linked that at the beginning. I should be more on top of it. I've just been completely scatterbrained the last couple of weeks, and I might tell people why. It's nothing other people haven't gone through, but that's how things are. Sometimes things get chaotic. Anyway, so you can check that out. Thank you for the super chat, Infamy. I appreciate it. So you can check that out, and hopefully that'll get done. I have a great little sci-fi pulp story about musicians which are spies in like an interstellar Cold War kind of conflict. So it should be fun if you like spy stories, or you like space stories, or you like stories about music, or you just like fun adventure things. I'm going to try to keep it really, really, really tight when I do write it. So I'm trying to get that done in the next couple of days or weeks, and be done there. So thanks so much, guys. I really, really do appreciate it. Think about the poop fallout. Yeah, someone, it's like someone left like poopy underwear at the park kind of by my house, and it's like I live out in the middle of the country, so I don't have to see things like that. It's like I don't like to go to San Francisco and be confronted with the downfall of Western society. But that's how it is. Sometimes it comes out of the city. So thanks so much, guys. I'll see you all next time. Have a great rest of your day. I'm trying to get some more good video content out on like video games and some other stuff that I care about. And, that's going to be it. So I appreciate it, and I'll see you guys next time. And maybe we'll get on with killing X-Death. I'd like to finish Final Fantasy V up so we can do Final Fantasy VI. And I've been doing Final Fantasy XIV, which is technically part of the series, and I've done some content on that too. So anyway, have a good one, and I'll see you next time.